My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Despicable Me 4. And this is a franchise I've enjoyed for the most part. The first movie is legitimately really good. The second movie is good. The third movie is bad. I didn't really care for it. Minions is bad, but it's not as bad as people say. And Minions: The Rise of Gru was mediocre. So I guess I lied. I guess I'm not a fan of this franchise. And after this movie, I'm done. I'm tapping out. I do not think I'll be watching any more Despicable Me movies because I'm just burnt out. But let's begin talking about the cast. And Steve Carell gives his typical Gru performance. It's nothing challenging, it's fine enough, but he could do better. Kristen Wiig does a fine job, but she's given nothing to work with. Will Ferrell gives a typical Will Ferrell performance. Not bad, just not impressive. Joy King, I actually thought stood out. The way that she spoke, like, she sounded like she had a lisp, and she captured that so incredibly well. And she is the one standout. And everyone else gives their typical performances. Like, no one's given any new material, nothing challenging, and it's just more of the same. And that is the issue with this movie, that it's nothing new. Like, I don't want to give too much away, but the last act of this movie, the big climax, is almost the exact same as the climax in the first movie. And I'm just like, come on, like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, oh my, another thing I hate about this movie, and I knew I was going to hate it when I watched the trailer, but now I'm actually going to complain about it. And it's the fact that nobody ages. Like, Gru and his wife have a baby boy now, but the three girls, Edith, Agnes, and Margot, are still the exact same age. How does that work? How? Like, how come there's a new baby boy and no one else seems to age? And it is the laziest, most uninteresting form of storytelling because there's just no growth. It's lazy. It's just so pathetic. It really is. Like, does time not work? Do you not want these characters to grow? Like, could you imagine if Despicable Me 4 was about Margot going off to college and him dealing with everything else going on in their lives? Like, you could actually tell a really good story, but this movie isn't interested in that. It's interested in catering to the most easiest demographic to please. And that's fine. The movie will continue to make billions of dollars like they always do, but artistically, it is void of anything interesting. There's just nothing to this movie. And I'll admit, I laughed. There were plenty of times where I found myself amused during this movie. Almost all of them included the Minions because I actually do find them funny. But at the same time, I just found myself annoyed. You know, it's just the same jokes getting told over and over again. Agnes is cute. Margot's mature. Edith has an attitude. Gru is trying to parent, but he's a supervillain. Like, it's just same shit, different day. It's just exhausting. And Gru got on my nerves so badly in this movie. Like, there are moments where he's just unbearable. And yeah, it's also really baffling because there's a new character named Poppy, and she, I don't want to give away anything. I just don't know why her place in this story couldn't have been done by one of the daughters. just baffling. It truly is. And on top of that, we've got plots of the Gru and his family going into witness protection. There's a plot involving karate, kinda. There's a plot regarding Gru's wife becoming a hairstylist. There's a plot about Gru wanting to become friends with the neighbors. There's this plot where Gru gets blackmailed by the neighbor's daughter. There's everything with Will Ferrell's character. There's Margot getting bullied. There's the minions getting superpowers. There's Agnes who won't lie. There is so much going on in this movie that almost single plot exists for just a scene or two. Like, it is such an unfocused narrative disaster. And Edith is, like, she's in the movie, but she has nothing to do. It's just shit. It's shit. Look, it's not boring. The animation looks nice enough. And the movie did make me laugh a couple times, but I think I'm just done with this franchise after this. I really do. It's just, whenever I talk about franchises and movies, like anything you can possibly get from this movie, any bit of enjoyment, you can get a better version of in the first movie. And that's why it's important for movies to evolve and to not be doing the same stuff again and again. But I've said my piece. Despicable Me 4 gets, a 3 out of 10. I was going to go 4, but just sitting with it's just frustrating. It's easily the worst of the franchise, and Illumination's just a garbage studio. Like, besides the first 2 Despicable Me movies, they haven't made anything good. But Despicable Me 4, have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.